are just south of Lumen Field, home of the 12s. Today we hit Week 10. Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Washington Commanders and the Seattle Seahawks. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. They'll start the drive with Harris. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all. And I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one. And you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
On 2nd and 9, Powell. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in box. One or a probing one, a little bit of a jab. The second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, this defense for the Commanders, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the throw here, that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Here's 2nd and 8. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's got room.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Back to Walker on 1st down.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Out to it. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Kenneth Walker with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we call them a surprise 9-0, but the way that they have been winning definitely opened up a lot of eyes around the NFL.
Well, what we've seen from them so far this season, you can't stop them on offense. You can't score on them on defense. So, to me, if you're going to play against them, you have to bring your best game and hope they throw a clunker in that day to give yourself a chance.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here's Hal to throw on 2nd down.
That's going to be caught by Richardson. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Now I'll try to pick it up on third.
He's got his man on the crossing route.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him. And
they'll go play action. Howell.
He's going to air one out. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Another throw for Howell.
Complete. Richardson has it.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Matt Judon in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
So on fourth down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
2nd and 9 now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The Seahawks at 7-1 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw.
Pass is caught. It's Metcalf going across the field here.
14 yards that time for number 14.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Hold the check. 18 Rattler.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
18, Pioneer. 70 Ranger. Read alert. 60 Maverick. 19 tight.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Alex Highsmith able to get him for a loss of about 3. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he needed a little assist from his friend the right upright, but 3 points all the same.
Yeah, he's a right-footed kicker. Normally, you don't mess with the right upright as a right-footed kicker, right? You're trying to bring it back right to left. But in this case, he got the assist. Right was right.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing in the colleges delivered to the NFL.
Wide open receiver complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Back to throw again. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw, Howell. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
No receivers open, so who's forced to put that one into Puget Sound? That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers. And ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
Sly able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
On the
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
And out route, and he's got the connection to Walker. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Check contact. Check contact.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
That was a particularly nice play, because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Warriors 17. 50 Bobcats, Buffalo 18.
Now back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the first.
Agreed. Anytime you can force him to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense, but still, they pick up the first down and get a fresh set.
Huge 4th down conversion. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
18, 5 years. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Looking to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
19 tight, 19 tight.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Faking the handoff. Howell.
He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taking it about the 16. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Montez Sweat with a tackle.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he's out of bounds, but not before.
From the gun, it's Walker. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 61 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Again, it's Walker. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
Down right around the 25.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He finds his target, Beckham.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 15-yard line.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Walker. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. The 40. 20. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 10.
18 Randall.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
18, 5 here. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Steps away to his left. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
19 tight, 19 tight. Not saying 19. Trap 50, trap 50. Ready.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll drop to throw. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Chase Young in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Here we go, track. Track 60. 79 Broncos. 19 Lions.
They're going to look to throw. catch is made by Metcalf.
An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Now a first down carry for Harris. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick. And that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
That was a difficult catch. And I admire the fact that he actually caught the football. Worked so hard to get his feet down inbounds. Tried to do the toe tap. Look, my dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
Yeah, that he is.
How about that? What about Young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Powell throwing on first down here.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
They'll run with Gibson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. They'll try and throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
So a victory here for the Commanders.
And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Hey,